on. Of course, this time tomorrow, many of them will have opened their stockings and sacks. But there is a warning today that people might need to check the small print on the warranties and the insurance documents that they get with their gadgets.
There are some loopholes, and that's what Steph's taking a look at this morning. Morning.
Yes, morning to you both. As you imagine, lots of gadgets being sold this Christmas, so lots of people have been asked about warranty. Morning, everyone. Yeah, when you're buying gadgets, you're often encouraged, aren't you, by the retailer to take out some type of extended warranty, a kind of insurance policy that covers the product over and above the manufacturer's guarantee. But it seems a lot of these aren't up to scratch. And with me now to tell us a bit more about it is Martyn James from the Financial Ombudsman Service. Good morning to you.
Morning.
So you've noticed a rise in complaints about the warranties. Tell us a bit about why you think that is and what the problem is.
Well, we have, and I think it's partly the way that we live today, really. There are many more of us with smartphones, with tablet computers. There's computer gaming industry is absolutely massive. So there's a fair chance, and I don't want to build up people's hopes here, but there's a fair chance that quite a lot of these will be under the tree for many people around the UK. But people sometimes forget to take out insurance, and it is worthwhile making sure that if you've got a valuable item, it's covered. But there's a lot of variance in those contracts, and they're not always the best. The cheapest ones aren't always the best ones.
And so some of them, they are not up to scratch. Why is that? What's wrong with them?
Well, it all depends on the exclusions. And I should say as well, just because an exclusion is in a contract doesn't mean that we're going to say that it's fair at the Ombudsman Service. So if something does go wrong, then you can always get in touch with us. But we've seen some quite restrictive ones about, say, for example, the amount of excess that you'll have to pay before they'll replace the item. There can also be things, time limits for reporting, things like theft. So if your mobile phone gets stolen, some insurers had said, you've got 12 to 24 hours to report the theft. And we don't think that's very fair, particularly if something awful's happened to you and you've had your phone pinched.
So if you're at the till today buying something and the retailer's putting pressure on you to take out this extended warranty, what should you be looking out for? Well,
it always makes sense to just walk away, go home first and shop around. The warranties that you buy at the point of sale aren't always going to be the best value. So there will be a way to get your item covered. You can, for example, with some insurers, get your tablet computer, your phone, and a range of electronic gadgets all covered under the same policy. So shop around. It's also worthwhile adding up the premiums because those monthly payments might seem like they're affordable, but when you add them all up, if it's edging over £100, you have to question whether it's actually going to be worthwhile or not, bearing in mind how much the item is that you're covering.
Yeah, Martyn, thank you very much. And well done for bringing a tie, because you might have noticed he didn't have a tie on earlier, and that's because he spilt coffee over himself,
that's
so
right.
He's covering it with a tie.
It's
and
not
I've just revealed all that. Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas!
I'm sure he loves you for that.
In that jumper, you could spill anything and nobody's going to notice.
Yes, I have. I have my dinners in this.
Steph, thanks. See you again later.
Let's talk about the novels of Charles Dickens, widely considered